Alright, just wanted to do a summary for you guys, how this project started and how it comes together. So, the Hendey tool and gauge maker lathe had some bushings worn in a casting where there was a shaft and a pulley and a gear for the power feed. So I took it off to access what I needed to get out of it, and pardon the handle from the Van Norman. So this whole casting came off, and that sub casting goes in there where the shaft is. So that all came off, and more shafts came out and more gears came out. So I took the casting and disassembled it further, and this is from the Hendey there. So the shaft goes in there. It's got two grease zerks or amylites. There's one bushing for the shaft, and there's the other bushing for the shaft. And there's a gear that runs in there in the middle, and on the outboard is a pulley, which is that pulley. So that pulley runs on the outside, and that gear over there runs in the middle between those. So I could make a new shaft easily out of, you know, medium grade steel, put it in the bushings, and you're done. Well, I thought I could take these bushings out and put needle bearings in there. And this one, I think I can run two needle bearings side by side and have the grease fitting, you know, feed between them. And this side possibly the same. But this is 3/4, and I think that's 5/8. So for a 3/4 needle bearing, see, this is the same bore through and through. That's why this is, I think it's a 7/8 bore. This is a thin bushing, and that's a thick bushing, because it's the same bore. And it just dead ends here, this face, whatever. So what I might have to do is I can get needle bearings, two needle bearings for 9/16 shaft and 7/8 outside. But this one I'm going to have to bore out for bigger, because it's a 3/4 shaft, and I don't know, I think I need 1 1/8, I think. So that'll have to be bored out in the mill, I guess. I don't know if I do that on the faceplate or not, I suppose not. Set that up in the mill, bore that out, and have two needle bearings side by side by each, don't you know. And that'll be the fix for that. So as I said, for needle bearings you need a hardened shaft. When I say hardened, I mean like 50 some to 60. I've seen needle bearings used in the mid-40s very successfully, but my shaft ended up being 56C, so that's pretty damn good. So there's the pulley, there's the gear, there's the oil pump from the International engine, which I haven't got back on yet. So to make that shaft, I used the Pratt & Whitney, the mighty Pratt & Whitney Model C. And the headstock bearings are shot. I mean, they're growling, they go wah, 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 wah. But see, on normal soft stuff, it's acceptable. With the D2, it really didn't like it. But running the tailstock center, I was able to do it without any chatter. So that's awesome, right? So then I need to put bearings in this. I have brand new bearings. I got $1,000 in bearings. One of these days I'll pull the spindle and bring you guys along with me. So then I had to get the Brown & Sharp 13 working, because I restored it and I never used it. And the tailstock was the wrong one, and I ended up grinding down the work head, the headstock, whatever you want to call it, grind that lower base down. So I used the Boyer Schultz 612, ground that down. I had a spare one, and I had one I got off eBay just to see. Those are going to be useful because you need kind of an adapter to put any tooling on this table, whatever. So that's not a waste. So anyhow, yeah. Oh, let me grab the shaft. This is the old original, and let's go put it. I got the other one on the stool over here. Let's just take a cruise through the shop. Okay, put them side by side. So that works. And as you notice, I mentioned I cut the key for the pulley smaller, 1/8 inch instead of 5/32. And I got the woodruff key seat, 90 degrees off, but that doesn't matter. Just how it was clamped. So, oh, and like I said, I made this out of D2. Put it in the furnace, hardened it, got it hard because my buddy at work was running some A2 in the furnace, so he threw it in at the same time. So that was really great. Thankful for that. But it's just been a long time, months and months, to get this shaft done. Cut the threads on the Pratt & Whitney. It's just been a long time. But now it's all done. It's right to the 10th for size. And it's the old one, you can see it's just gnarled up from the bushings. It was just terrible. The new one is beautiful and hardened. So thank goodness this is a hobby adventure, and I don't got a customer waiting on the shaft because they'd never pay me. Anyhow, alright, just wanted to kind of do a quick review with the shaft, and more to come with the bushings and the casting and the bearings and all kinds of fun stuff on deck with that. So thanks for following along, Doozer Shop.